What if improving your life didn't require massive change, but tiny habits? Imagine improving your life by just 1% each day. It sounds small, almost meaningless. But what if those tiny improvements could make you 37 times better in just 1 year? How is that even possible? This surprising secret comes from James Clear's best-selling book, Atomic Habits. Stay with me. The next idea might completely change how you think about success. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a #1 New York Times bestseller and the highest-rated habits book on Amazon. People love it because it breaks down habit change into clear, simple steps. Clear shows us that success isn't about giant leaps, but about small, daily improvements. He also teaches key insights like why we should focus on systems instead of goals, and how our identity, who we believe we are, drives our habits. In this video, we'll unpack those powerful lessons and real-life examples. You'll discover how tiny changes can lead to huge results, and you'll get practical tips to start building better habits today. Tiny changes, big results. The first lesson is about marginal gains. James Clear warns, don't underestimate tiny improvements. A 1% gain seems insignificant, but it compounds enormously over time. Think of the British cycling team in 2003. They had gone a century with almost no wins. Then, coach Dave Brailsford tried a new idea. Find 1% improvements everywhere. He tweaked every detail, redesigned bike seats for comfort, cleaned tires for better grip, even optimized riders' sleep and diet. It sounds trivial, but 5 years later, they dominated the 2008 Olympics, winning 60% of cycling golds, and soon won multiple Tour de France titles. Thousands of tiny changes led to an astounding transformation. Story. Imagine someone who never reads. She places a book on her pillow and reads just 1 page before bed each night. It feels like nothing at first, but after 1 year, she's finished over a dozen books. Small habit, massive result. Application. Start small. Pick one tiny habit, like 1 push-up or 1 page of reading daily. It won't seem like much now, but stick with it. These tiny votes will compound into big gains. Curiosity. Bridge. But how do we make sure those habits actually happen? It turns out, willpower alone isn't enough. There's a bigger secret behind making change stick. Systems over goals. Clear's next lesson flips our mindset. Focus on systems instead of obsessing over goals. Goals are like the finish line. Systems are the steps we take every day to reach it. Legendary coach Bill Walsh said it best. The score takes care of itself. In life, that means instead of staring at a future trophy or target, love the daily process. As Clear puts it, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Example. Think of a football player. You wouldn't win by staring at last season's trophies. You win by training drills, push-ups, and practice every day. That training routine, the system, is what brings the victory. Application. Don't just say, I want to write a book, or I want to be fit. Instead, commit to showing up each day. Write 500 words daily, or do 10 minutes of exercise daily. Fall in love with your process, not just the end goal. This way, progress comes automatically. Curiosity. Bridge. Focusing on systems is powerful, but there's another layer. Even the best system fails if it clashes with who we think we are. That leads to our next big idea. Become the person you want to be. Lesson 3 dives into identity. Clear explains that lasting habits come from the identity we hold, not just the outcomes we chase. Your current habits are a mirror of how you see yourself. Each action is like a little vote for your identity. As he says, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Example: consider the difference between two people. One says, "I want to be fit," the other says, "I am a healthy person." The first may rely on willpower. The second automatically makes choices that match a healthy person, choosing veggies, going for a walk, etc. Story: imagine someone who never reads. They always said, "I'm just not a reader." One day, they changed their story. "I am a reader." They left a book on their bedside table and read one page each night. It felt trivial, but after a year, that person had devoured several books and truly saw themselves as a reader, all because a tiny action proved a new identity. Application: decide the kind of person you want to be. I'm a disciplined person. I'm a runner. I'm a creative person. Then ask, what small habit would someone with that identity do? Start doing that habit and see yourself change. Each tiny step reinforces your new identity. Curiosity. Bridge. Now we know we need the right mindset. But how do we actually build a habit day to day? Atomic Habits gives a simple 4-step recipe for creating habits that stick. Make habits. Obvious and attractive. Clear breaks. Habit formation into a feedback loop of cue to craving to response to reward, and turns it into 4 laws of behavior change. The first 2 laws are: make it obvious and make it attractive. Make it obvious. Cue. Design clear triggers for your habits. Use habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one. Example: after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 2 minutes. Put cues in your environment. Leave your running shoes by the door, or place a book on your pillow. When the cue is obvious, your brain automatically says, "Oh, time for that habit." Make it attractive. Craving. Bundle habits you need with things you enjoy. Temptation bundling. Want to exercise? Only listen to your favorite podcast while on the treadmill. Need to study? Enjoy a special treat only while reviewing notes. You make the habit itself something you look forward to. Example: say you want to form a reading habit. Put a cozy blanket on the couch as a cue. Pair reading with your favorite tea. Suddenly, that habit pulls you rather than requires willpower. Curiosity. Bridge. We've set the stage with obvious cues and attractive cravings. But that's only half the puzzle. Next, we'll see how to actually do the habit easily and feel rewarded by it. Make habits easy and satisfying. The final 2 laws are: make it easy and make it satisfying. Make it easy response. Reduce friction. Use the 2-minute rule. Any habit can start with just 2 minutes. Want to write? Start by writing 1 sentence. Want to exercise? Start by putting on your workout clothes. When a habit is simple and friction-free, it's much easier to begin and repeat. Make it satisfying, reward. Give yourself an immediate payoff. Humans repeat what feels good. Use a habit tracker or mark a calendar each day you succeed. That satisfying X feels good. Celebrate small wins with a non-food treat or a fun break. This makes your brain link the action with a positive outcome. Example: if your goal is to practice guitar, place the guitar on a stand and play 1 chord per day. Smile or give yourself a mental "well done." Over time, playing becomes automatic. Curiosity. Bridge. Now, we've seen how to build great habits. But what about the habits you want to break? Interestingly, Clear's framework works in reverse. Breaking bad habits. To break bad habits, apply the 4 laws in reverse. Make the cue invisible. Make it unattractive. Make the action difficult. and make the result unsatisfying. Example: trying to cut down on junk food? Hide snacks out of sight. Remind yourself of the negatives. Set an extra step between you and the habit. Give yourself a small penalty for indulging. Over time, the habit loses its grip. Application: remove little triggers for bad habits, and you'll gradually stop doing them. Start a tiny habit today. Track it with a calendar or app. Stack your new habit on something you already do. Apply the 2-minute rule. Scale it down to just 2 minutes. Use identity statements. Each habit reinforces who you want to be. Reward yourself. Celebrate small wins. Small habits add up. 1% improvements daily can make you 37 times better in a year. Systems, not goals. Focus on routines and processes, not just outcomes. Identity matters. Every action is a vote for who you are. 4 laws to build habits: obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Bonus: to break bad habits, do the opposite. Remove cues and rewards. If you enjoyed this summary and want more videos that break down the world's best books, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We release new book insights every week to help you grow faster in life. Let me know in the comments. Which lesson from Atomic Habits impacted you the most? Remember, true change doesn't happen overnight. It happens day by day, habit by habit. Start with just a tiny win today. Over time, you'll be amazed how far you've come. Stay disciplined, stay patient, and keep improving yourself every day. You've got this.